The title of the story is Blind Dates and Broken Heels. Some girls find love in caves, some meet their soulmates at the airport. Me? I just kept finding mine in wrong numbers and broken shoes. This is my love story, or at least how it tried to start with a 4. Zara sat cross-legged on her bed in her pajamas, surrounded by tissue boxes, chocolate wrappers, and a half-watched K-drama blaring on her laptop. She looked like a girl who had just been dumped, but in reality, she had simply survived another disastrous blind date. Zara, this has to stop, her best friend Anita said through the phone, half laughing, half serious. You're 29. You haven't had a decent boyfriend since NYC. And now, your love life is a meme. I am just emotionally allergic to men, Zara replied, voice muffled by chocolate. No, you are allergic to choosing for yourself. That is why I'm setting you up on another date. Zara groaned. Not again. One last one, I swear. This one is different. He's smart, tall, Igbo, like your mom wants, and no criminal record. Just wear your lucky heels and show up. Zara looked down at the stripy gold stilettos beside her bed. They were anything but lucky. The last time she wore them, she tripped into a bush. Still, maybe this would be different. Zara arrived 20 minutes late, sweating from Lagos traffic, her lucky heels clicking dramatically as she rushed in. She looked great, tight black dress, bold red lipstick, but her nerves were a mess. Her date sat at the table ready, Tunji banker. Too much cologne, smelled like a man who practiced in the mirror. So he said, after barely standing to get her, what's your genotype? Zara blinked. Sorry, genotype? You know, just getting that out of the way. She laughed awkwardly. You want to ask my blood type before dessert? I believe in efficiency, she said, sipping her water like it was a champagne. Halfway through the night, he was still talking about crypto, his ex, and how women today didn't know their place. When the waiter dropped the bill, Tunji pushed it forward to Zara with an oily grin. We believe in equality, right? Zara stood up, adjusted her dress and snapped. One heel broke completely as she fell forward, arms flailing. She landed face first into the lap of a stranger sitting at the next table. The stranger caught her instinctively, holding her just enough to stop her full tumble. Are you okay? He asked, voice deep and calm. Zara's breath caught. He had this quiet kind of presence, clean-cut beard, fitted blazer, gentle eyes. She scrambled up, mortified. I'm so sorry, my heel broke, and your dignity might still be recoverable, he said, smiling. But the heel? That one is gone. She laughed in spite of herself. Tunji just raised an eyebrow. You done embarrassing yourself? Zara grabbed her bag and leaned over, barefoot, ignoring Tunji completely. Wait, the stranger said behind her. You left your heel. She turned around. He was holding it up like Cinderella's prince, only more sarcastic. Zara muttered, thanks, grabbed it and hobbled off into the elevator. Zara retold the entire disaster to Anita over a karampap. He asked for my genotype before appetizers. Anita, and I fell into someone's lap. Anita wheezed with laughter. That's God trying to drop someone into your life. Zara rolled her eyes. No, that was just gravity and bad heels. Anyway, I'm done with blind dates. Officially, if love wants me, it will have to break down my door. She didn't realize how soon that would almost happen. Zara's job at a lifestyle magazine required her to review a new dating app. Begrudgingly, she attended a tech event to interview its founder, While waiting near the coffee bar, someone tapped her shoulder. Still walking in broken heels, she turned. It was him. Laugh from the restaurant. You, she gasped. Do you follow all women who fall on you? Only the memorable ones. His name, Dayo. No last name given, just Dayo. Zara rolled her eyes but couldn't stop smiling. You again. Lagos is small, he said, but Faith, even smaller. She didn't know that Dayo was actually the tech billionaire she was about to interview, and he wasn't ready to tell her just yet. They say some people enter your life like a gentle breeze, others like a gust of wind that blows your shoe clean off. For me, Dayo was the second type, and somehow it was exactly what I needed. Zara sat across from Dayo with a capuchin in hand, trying to stay cool while her inside buzzed like generator noise. Dayo was calm, sipping his own drink like a man who had nothing to hide. So, what do you do exactly? She asked. I build apps, he replied vaguely. He raised an eyebrow, like Candy Crush or something useful. He chuckled. Useful, hopefully. Useful, hopefully. No specifics. She teased. You are not secretly developing spyware, are you? Not today. He sipped again, amused. What Zara didn't know was that the app she was reviewing, HeartSync, was his. But Dayo had always disliked attention. He had built it anonymously and let his team take the spotlight. For now, he wanted to enjoy her company without the pressure of being someone. And Zara, she was too busy being intrigued by him to notice anything strange. Back at work, Zara opened her laptop and began exploring the HeartSync app. The idea was brilliant. AI-powered blind dating with personality-first matches. No photos until both users agreed to review. She swiped through a few profiles. When a glitch occurred, the app froze and reset. Minutes later, a new match popped up, matched up with mystery code. The chat window opened. Broken heels don't lie. Nice seeing you again. Zara gasped. No way. You really didn't recognize me, she typed. You, Dayo, he replied. Guilty, wanted to test the app, and you? Zara stared at her screen, both annoyed and amused. You are full of surprises. Wouldn't you want to be boring? She grinned and shook her head. What was this man doing to her? Dayo invited her for what he called a non-date. Just books and pastries. Zara agreed, but wore her black cup flats just in case. They walked through the shelves, picking random books for each other. Dayo chose a romance novel with a little that made Zara blush. I feel judged, she said. You should be. You like love stories, he said. She shrugged. Don't you? I like the messy parts, he admitted, where people fall apart before they fall in love. His honesty surprised her. For a man who seemed so put together, he had layers. They sat on a bench outside with muffins and laughter, trading worst date stories. Zara, one guy showed up with his mom. Dayo, one girl tried to sell me insurance mid-date. They laughed so hard that passerby stared. Dayo walked her home after their not date. A light rain started. Zara looked up, annoyed. Of course, Lagos rain, no umbrella again. Dayo pulled his jacket over her head. Come on. They huddled together, running to her pouch, wet and laughing. Once under the shelter, they paused close, breathless and quiet. The moment lingered. She felt it then. That pull, that's something. I should go, he said softly. You should stay, she nearly said, but didn't. Instead, she just nodded. Thanks for tonight. As he left, Zara leaned on the wall, heart racing. She was falling. Back in his private home, far more luxurious than Zara imagined, Dayo stood by the window, deep in thought. He opened his laptop. Messages poured in from the HeartSync team. Zara Chukwu's article on the app is going live next week. We need a photo of the founder for the press release. When are you ready to go public, Mr. Akinleye? He sighed. Zara didn't know. Zara couldn't know, not yet. He looked down at the pair of broken gold heels sitting on his shelf. He had kept them, God knows why. There's a special kind of heartbreak that comes when you realize the person you've been falling for has been holding back the truth. And not just any truth, but the kind that leaves you questioning everything. Sarah walked into the office, coffee in one hand and confidence in the other. Her article about her sink was going viral. Comments flooded in praises, DMs, shares, but the big surprise came when her editor pulled her aside. "Great job, Sarah," he said, "and you won't believe what we just got from HeartSync PR team." She leaned in and froze. On the screen was a press release. HeartSync app breaks 1 million users. Meet its mysterious founder, Dayo Akinyele, tech billionaire, founder, innovator, eligible bachelor. Zara stared at the photo attached. That smile, that jawline. Wait, what? She whispered. It was him. Dayo. Lab guy, coffee guy, not a date guy. The same man who said he just built app. Her heart plummeted. He had lied, not in words, but in what he hid. Zara paced her living room like a storm was trapped inside her. Her phone lit up. Dayo was calling. She ignored it. Then another text came. "You saw the article. Please let me explain." She wanted to scream or cry or both. Why hadn't he told her? Was she just another girl falling for the brand, not the man? The next day, she finally responded with a single message. "No more surprises. Meet me." Dayo sat at a small table, his fingers tapping the wine glass rhythmically when Zara arrived. He stood unsure whether to smile. She sat without greeting. He started slowly. "I wasn't trying to lie." "Then, what do you call it?" "I wanted to know you without the weight, the expectations, the assumptions." Zara folded her arms. "You didn't even trust me enough to tell me your name. You let me write that article without warning." He winced. "I thought I had more time." He paused. "I liked who I was when I was with you. Not the heartsing guy, just Dayo, the guy who caught you when your heel betrayed you." Despite herself, Zara laughed faintly. "You are a complicated man," she muttered, "and you are the first woman who ever liked me before the headlines." They sat in silence, watching the water. Finally, Zara said, "So what now?" Dayo smiled softly. "Now we start over. No secrets, no lies, no broken shoes." Zara and Dayo attended a mutual friend's engagement party. The music was soft, fairy lights glowed, and the scent of jollof and champagne filled the air. Midway through the evening, Dayo whispered, "Can I show you something?" He led her to the rooftop edge, where the city lights twinkled. "I know we're not perfect, but I've never met anyone who fits me like you do. You challenge me, you annoy me, you trip into my life." Literally, Zara laughed. He knelt, not with a ring, but with her newly fixed gold heels, in a velvet box. "One day, I will put a ring in that box, but for now, you will walk with me." She nodded. "Even barefoot, I would say yes." They kissed under the lights as the city sang beneath them. Love didn't come crashing into my life with roses and violins. It came with broken heels, mismatched expectations, and a man who made me fall hard. Sometimes, all it takes is one wrong step to lead you to the right person. And me, I fell right into love, and I am not getting up anytime soon.